What we have learned is first one is introduction, then we have seen about fill handles, then we have seen about flash filling, and final the last chapter we have seen about quick analysis. Using the quick analysis, how to find the percentage, how to find out the cumulative percentage. Before going to the exercise number 5, so when I scroll down to the same sheet on the bottom, on the same sheet, already we have completed this month, number of customers, contribution percentage, cumulative percentage. When I scroll down to the same sheet, there is one more small table, week number, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, number of items. Every week they are producing this number of items, 64, 56, 88. Now what I want you to do is, I want you to find out the percentage and the cumulative percentage here. So I want you to calculate the percentage and the cumulative percentage. Your output should look like this. Your output should look like this. So same sheet on the bottom, there is a table available. In this table, I want you to find a last session. Just now you found out the percentage and cumulative percentage. This one you find the cumulative percentage and the contribution. But same like I want you to find out the percentage here, cumulative percentage here. Your output should look like this. Your final output should look like this. I think it's very simple. You can do it. Huh? Very easy. Just a selection. No need. Done. So, how to do this? First, select this number of items row wise. Control Q, totals, then percentage. Tell me which percentage I have to go for, whether I have to go for the yellow colored one or the blue colored one. Blue colored, because I want the percentage by row wise. Percentage of total. So first week what is the percentage, second week what is the percentage, third week what is the percentage. So we got the percentage by row wise. Same thing, let us select this row. Control Q again and go to the total again. Now I want the cumulative percentage for this. So running total, that is blue colored running total. So first week what is my total, second week what is my running total, third week what is my running total. At last 22nd week or something, 100% was complete. 24th week, 100% was complete. Simple. Now try both. Same sheet when I scroll down, I want the percentage to be calculated here. Total, overall total, what is the percentage? And what is the cumulative percentage also? And I want you to calculate the percentage by row-wise total percentage also. Both I want you to do. I want you to find out the percentage. Same sheet, when I scroll down further, there is one more table available. Month, gearbox enquiries, spare parts enquiry, customer solution enquiries, and service support request, dealer enquiries, and technical support call. I want you to calculate total percentage, cumulative percentage. Here also the percentage by row wise. Both ways I want you to find out this. Probably I will show you who the solution should be. Please wait, I will show you the solution, how the solution should be. You try. I will show you the solution now. Yeah. Output should look like this. So you should get the output. Total percentage, cumulative percentage, here also. Gearbox inquiry, that was 34%, spare parts inquiries 19%, 11, 15, 8. Overall, same like for January it's 6.818, February it's 6.16, March it's 7. And this is cumulative. To find out the percentage and the cumulative percentage by column wise as well as by row wise, both. Based on this percentage. Okay, great. Most of you did this. Let me try here. So how can I do this is, first select the entire table like this. Select the entire table. So I want the percentage by row wise, percentage by column wise and cumulative percentage also. Select the data, Control Q again. Go to totals again. First I want it by row wise. So let us say row wise percentage of total. So 34%, 19%, 11%, 15%. Same like I want the percentage here by column wise. Control Q or click on this quick analysis, totals, and now I want the percentage by column wise. So let us put this percentage by columns. Now I want the cumulative percentage here. Select the total percentage, Control Q again, totals again, and go to the arrow mark, running go. So you have to decide whether your data is in row wise or whether your data is in column wise. If the data is in row wise, you have to go for yellow, blue colored. Column wise means yellow colored. That's all. Let us jump to exercise number 5. Exercise number 5. In exercise number 5, we have a small table. Forget about this. This we did it in the morning. I'll delete it. Exercise number 5, we have dispatch date, region 1, region 2, region 3, region 4, region 5. So these are all the date we are dispatching the material to various regions. For the first region, we are dispatched this amount, second region, third region, fourth region, fifth region. Let us start from the first one, region number 1. I want to select the data. How do we select only the data is from top to bottom? The morning also we did it, control shifted down arrow. But I want to select the entire column. For example, if I want to select the column number B, normally what people will do is they will go to the column number B on the top and they make a click here. Instead, we can use the shortcut key, Control space bar. Control space bar is the shortcut key to select the entire column. Shift space bar is the shortcut key to select the entire row. Control space will select the entire column. Shift space will select the entire row. And if I press Control Shift space, all the three keys together, it will select the entire table. And second time when you press the Control Shift space, it will select the entire sheet. Control space bar entire column, Shift space bar entire row, Control Shift space bar first time entire table, Control Shift space bar second time entire sheet. Okay, let me try this. Control space entire column, Shift space entire row, Control Shift space, you can see table, second time Control Shift space entire sheet. But now let me select only the region 1. I don't want to select the entire column like this. I want only the region 1 data. Entire column means all the 10 lakh rows will get selected. So I will select only the data top to bottom. Control Shift down arrow. Assume we have some target. Assume my target is 1000. I want to know in which are all the date we have achieved more than 1000. Select the data. Control Q again. Go to Control Q again. Formatting. Go to Formatting. So there is an option called as Formatting. Under Formatting, you can see there is an option available called as Greater Than. Select the column. Control Q. Formatting. Greater Than. Let us click on Control Q and I'll go to Formatting and I'll Formatting. Let us go to Greater Than. Now it's asking greater than what? What's your target? Let us say my target is 1000. So if it is more than 1000, it says red, light red filled with dark red. So I don't want the light red color because since it's a target, I want to give a different color. So instead of light red filled with dark red, let us go for yellow color or you can go for green color. Still, if you are not satisfied, you can go to custom format where we can create our own customized format. So click on custom format. Things you cannot do. One is you cannot change the font names. You cannot change the font size. More than 1000, I can bold it. More than 1000, italic it. More than 1000, bold and italic. More than 1000, change the color. More than 1000, underline it. These are all the various options you can do. Still, if you are not okay, you can go to the borders. You can apply some borders and colors and formatting. But I don't recommend to use more borders. If you use more borders, it may increase your file size. So I'm going to avoid the borders. Instead of the borders, let us go to fill some color. Since it's a target, I will fill with a green color. Assume I'm going to give a green color. So let us select green. Okay and okay. Yes. Wherever my cell value is more than 1000, we are getting a green. Let me repeat it once again. Select the range. Control Q. Formatting. Greater than. What's the value is 1000. And I change the color here. There are some predefined colors. You can select it or else custom format. They can change your colors. So wherever my cell value is more than 1000, a green color is highlighted. But more than 1000, greater than 1000, this is okay. But I want to apply one more condition. Between 500 to 1000. If my value is between 500 to 1000, I want to apply another color. So let me select the column. Unfortunately, when I press Control Q, there is no option available. You can see data bar is available here, color scale is available, icon set, greater, top 10 clear. But unfortunately, there is no feature called as less than, or there is no feature called as between. So, select the range, home tab, go to the home tab, under home tab, conditional formatting, go to home tab, go to conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, tab, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules. Under highlight cell rules, you can see all the conditions are available here. Greater than, less than, between, equal, text containing, date occurring, duplicate. So all the options are available here. But how can I go to home tab, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules without using mouse? Keys. On your keyboard, you can press the key called as Alt, or you can press the key called as F10. Some laptops you have to press function F10. So Alt is much better. Try to use the left hand side Alt key, right hand side Alt key. Sometimes it may not work also. Better always to use the left hand side Alt key. So let me press that Alt key. Now you have to tell me after pressing the Alt key, what is the change you can see it on the screen. When I press Alt, what's the changes you can see it on your screen? Key tips, very good. It shows some alphabetical key tips. For every menu, there is a key tip. For example, I want to go to File, F, Home, H, Insert, N, Page Layout, P, Formula, M, Data, A, Review, R, View, W. Now I want to go to the Home tab. Tell me what is the key for it? H. Conditional formatting. L. Highlight cell rules. H. Between. B. That's it. From now, after this, you are going to teach me shortcut keys because it's very simple. You can see it on the screen itself. I repeat it again. Alt. See the letter highlighted. Home is H. Conditional formatting is L. Highlight is H again. Between is B. Yes. I have never touched the mouse. I did everything through my keys. Now let us type here 500. Between 500. How can I jump from one box to another box? Tab. 1000. 500 to 1000. Tab. Down arrow. And I select some color. Maybe I'll put a yellow color here. Yellow. Yes. Enter to accept it. Yes. Between 500 to 1000, we are getting an yellow color. So greater than 1000, we are getting a green. Less than 1000, we are getting an yellow. Okay. Now, as I indicated, you are going to suggest me. Now, for example, I want to modify the conditional formatting. My condition has changed. Instead of 1000, my condition has changed into 1200. More than 1200, I want to give some other color. So, could you tell me where can I go to do that conditional formatting? What is the option for modifying the conditional formatting? Is there any option available here for modifying your conditional formatting? There should be an option. Manage rules. Very good. But tell me the shortcut key for manage rules. How can I go to the manage rules without using mouse? Alt. H. L. R. Superb. As I told, from now you are going to teach me the shortcut key. Perfect. Alt H L R. That's a shortcut key for modifying your conditional formatting. Not only like this, all the menus on the screen, you can use this shortcut keys. Try to practice this shortcut keys. Practice. It comes with practice. What is the advantage of using shortcut keys? Why are we using shortcut keys? What is the purpose and what is the advantage? Why? Save time. Faster. Very good. Time saving. Super. One is to save the time. Very good. Another advantage? Time saving, I agree. One more advantage. Okay. Speed. Okay. Then we can avoid mouse. Without using mouse also you can do it. But the main advantage of using shortcut key is others don't know what we are doing. Others should not know what we are doing. You have to do something, you have to get the answer. They should think you are an expert in Excel. You do nothing, copy the data and paste it without using the mouse. So try to use more shortcut keys from today. From morning, I think we have learned around 10, I think more than 10 shortcut keys. Maybe by today evening I will teach you another 20, 30 shortcut keys. How to remember it? Practice, practice and practice. But no worries. I will give you this packet size. You can have it on your packets. 8 pages. All the shortcut keys of all the 145 shortcut keys of Excel is listed. You can have it in your packet. This is not a permanent one, it's a temporary one. What do you mean temporary? Why you say temporary?
Will be loaded.
After you learn it, you have to remember you should not use it, give it to others. Okay. If you need extra, tell me. If you have extra, give it to me, I can give it to other people. How many? How many? Okay. Back side of that shortcut key, the last page of the shortcut key. You can see my email ID, website, and mobile number, and the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel, MS Office Mate. The YouTube channel where you can see the morning video has been already published. I try to publish it maximum by 4 minutes. Where that video has been published. Today morning video, it's already there. Yes, this one MS Office Mate. Today morning session video is available. So the afternoon session, I try to publish it maybe by today evening. Okay. Right. So we have seen how to apply a conditional formatting. We have seen how to modify a conditional formatting. How do we modify it? Condition. But my modifying one small tip is no need to select the entire table. Place the cursor on the table. That's enough. Conditional formatting. Manage rules. Suppose I want to modify this 1000 into 1200. Tell me, how can I modify this? Instead of the 1000, I want to change it to 1200 and I don't like this green color. I want to put some other color. Yeah, tell me, how can I do this now? Click here and go for edit rules. Then change 1000 into 1200. And I don't like this green color. I want to put some other color. Format. There is a button called as format. Click on format. And you can change the colors here. I prefer always to use the keyboard shortcut key, but I have to show it on the screen. That's why I am using the mouse. Otherwise, I always recommend to use the shortcut keys. I repeat it again. How to modify it? Place the cursor on the table. Conditional formatting. Manage rules. Select that condition which you want to modify. Edit rules. And I change the condition instead of 1200, let us make it as 1200. Format. And I can change the color also here. Okay and okay. So wherever it's more than 1200, we are getting a blue. Wherever it's between 500 to 1000, you are getting an yellow color. But tell me, I don't want the conditional formatting. I want to delete it. Tell me where or how can I delete the conditional formatting? You have to tell me how do we delete it, or where do we delete this conditional formatting? What is the option to be used for deleting the conditional formatting? Control Z is immediate. Suppose today I have created, tomorrow I want to delete it. There are two methods to do it. Conditional formatting. There is an option called as new rules. Sorry, clear rules. There is an option called as clear rules. Clear rules from the selected cells or clear rules from the entire sheet. That's one method. Suppose I have two conditions. I want to delete all the condition. You can go to clear rules. Suppose I have two conditions. I don't want to delete all the two. I want to delete only one condition. Conditional formatting. Manage rules. Here you can find there is an option called as delete rules. Therefore, deleting one condition. When I go to conditional formatting and manage rules or clear rules, it will delete all the conditional formatting. I have created two conditions. Both the condition has to be deleted. Then we can go to clear rules. But I am not deleting, just we have seen how to delete it. That's all. Now, let us come to the column called as dispatch date. Another most frequently used option in the industries today. People are day by day using this feature. When I download the data from SAP, ERP or some other tool, you can notice sometimes the value has been repeated more than once. Here I can notice the row number 21, 22. The same value was repeated twice. Like this, there may be some value which would have been repeated more than one time. So I want to find out that repeated value and I want to delete that repeated value. First, let us see how to find it. Then we'll see how to delete it. Select the data now. Control Shift down arrow. Select the data. Go to. I recommend to use the shortcut key, but I have to show it on the screen. Home tab. Conditional formatting. Highlight cell rules. Under highlight cell rules, you can see greater than, less than, between, equal to, text containing, date occurring, duplicate. There is an option called as duplicate values. Click on that duplicate values. Now you would have noticed automatically it has highlighted all the duplicate values. But can I reverse this? I don't want the duplicate values to be highlighted. I want the unique values to be highlighted. Instead of duplicate, there is an option called as unique. The value which is not repeated, which has been displayed only once, that is unique. But let us go for duplicate. Don't give same color for unique and duplicate. Everything will be red. So I selected duplicates and I say OK. All the duplicate values has been highlighted. 2611 is duplicated, 2112, 3012, 101, 182, 282, 73. These are all the values which has been repeated more than one time. We have selected the data, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, duplicate values. Okay. We have founded the duplicate values, but I want to delete this duplicate values. Delete the duplicate values. How can I delete the duplicate values? Before deleting it, could you tell me, I want to select the entire table. Either place the cursor on the table or select the entire table. Is there any shortcut key or simple method to select the entire table? Just now, few minutes before, I think I told you the short. Control Shift Space. That's one method. One more shortcut key is also available. That is Control A. Control A is also a shortcut key for select all. One is Control Shift Space bar. Just now, a few minutes before, we have explored. Another one is Control A. You can use Control A also. Control A does the same thing. Control A. Then select the table. Control A. Data. There is a tab called as Data. Under the tab of Data, when I go to the Data tab, there is an option available. Remove duplicates. And you have to tell me the shortcut key for this remove duplicates. I want it from your side. What is the shortcut key for this remove duplicates? Alt A. Superb. Alt A M. Perfect. Alt A M. And it's asking to duplicate values, select one or column that contains duplicate. Select all. What is this select all? What select all will do is it will check whether the date is repeated. If the date is repeated, then it will check the region 1 is repeated. Region 1 is repeated, region 2, region 3, everything is repeated, it will delete the data. When I use this option called as select all, I think by default select all is activated. But if I select unselect all and I select only the dispatch date, it will check only with the date. If the date is repeated, delete. Don't check with region 1, region 2, region 3, region 4, region 5. I recommend to go with select all. So let us click on select all and I say OK. 5 duplicate values has been found and removed. 110 unique values are remaining. So 5 duplicate values was deleted. The entire row, the total row of the duplicate values would have been deleted. Tell me, entire data is deleted. Entire rate has gone. Entire rate has gone. Are you sure? No or yes? Why? This rate was not deleted. Why this rate was not deleted? Date is duplicated, but value is not duplicated. Value is different here. But earlier one, when I undo that and I check this, you can see here, 2611, the date is repeated. The value is also getting repeated. The entire data is getting repeated. That's why it will delete. But that which is not deleted, the value is not repeated. Only the data has been repeated. So I'll do it again. Data, remove duplicates. Select all. Okay. If the entire row is getting repeated, only it will delete it. Otherwise, it will not get deleted. You can see here 3012, 3012. Date is repeated, the value is not repeated. That's why it's not deleting. Okay. So we have seen how to apply greater than, less than, between, how to modify conditional formatting, how to find duplicates, how to delete duplicates. Now let us go for region number 2. In region number 2, I want to know which date, topmost, highest most, maximum most, topmost sales has been done, or production has been done, or dispatch has been done, or in which date we have the lesser dispatch, lowest value. Select the region 2. Home tab again. Conditional formatting again. Top bottom rules. top 10 items, top 10 percentage, bottom 10 items, bottom 10 percentage, above average, below average. Let us go for top 10 items. I'll go with the top 10 items. For example, I don't want top 10, I want to know the top 3. Which top 3 has the highest value. So instead of 10, I make it as 3. Okay. Yes. Top 3, the maximum most, sorry, I have given a red color, I will give a different color. Conditional formatting, top bottom rules, top 10 items, let us say top 3, and I'll put a green color for, since it's a top value, I'm giving a green. So top 3, and I say okay. The maximum most, highest most, the top most 3 values has been highlighted in a green. This is the highest most, top most. 1780, 1750. Don't just give the data. Try to apply some conditional formatting. Then only the end user know what you are going to present. So now I want the lowest bottom 3 values. Bottom 3 values. Select the range. Conditional formatting. Top bottom rules. Under top bottom rules. Let us go for bottom 10 items. I make it as 3. Bottom 3 values. Last 3. The lowest, least most. The last 3 values was in a color. 121, 128, 129. These are all the lowest, last 3 values which has been highlighted. Lowest most 3 values. So top 10, bottom 10, lowest, highest. As of now, whatever we did, it's available in all the version of Excel, old version, latest version, all the version it's available. But now we are going to see a new feature. Microsoft is trying to bring everything inside a cell. Inside a cell. You can get a bar chart inside a cell. You can get a line chart inside a cell. You can get a column chart inside a cell. Let me select that region 3. Now let us start with bar chart. Next session we'll see about the column chart and line chart also. Select that column. Go to conditional formatting again. Data bars. Gradient fill. The gradient fill is 2 color, blue and white, red and white. Solid fill is single color. Let us go for solid fill. And under solid fill, select any color except red. Except red. Except red, I will select some color. For example, I will go with the blue or green. So let us go with blue. Now you can see based on my value, the bar size is increasing or decreasing. If the value is more, you can see the bar size is also more. If the value is lesser, the bar size is also lesser. But why? Why I told you not to use the red color? The reason is, fortunately, all the values are positive here. Assume you have some negative value. For example, let us take this 282. Let me put a minus before this 282. So I'm just adding a minus and I'm converting this as a negative. Now you can see a negative bar will appear. So this is indicating that these values are negative and these are all positive. That's why I told you not to apply red. If you applied red, both the positive also would have been red, negative also would have been red. Now this is indicating that this is a negative and this is a positive. We need chart. Probably in another few minutes we'll see how to get the line chart, bar, column chart inside a cell. Everything will come inside a cell. Line chart, bar chart, pictures, checkbox, everything they are trying to bring inside a cell. Another most frequently used option. So we have seen data bars. Now let me select that region 4. conditional formatting. This technically we call it as heat map. Color scales. Color scales. Under color scales. Red, yellow, green. Highest value will be in green. Middle value will be in yellow. Lowest value will be red. Sales, production, dispatch, I think you can go for the first one. Rejection, defects, absenteeism, then you can go for the second one. So now I prefer to go with the first one, green, yellow, red. So I have selected 3 colors, but unfortunately I am getting multicolor here. We have selected only green, yellow, red, but I am getting multiple colors here. So I want to know what's happening here. Very simple. Go to that region 4. Right click on that region 4. Place the cursor somewhere else on the region 4. Right click on it. And you can see there is an option available called as sort. Sort. Smallest to largest, largest to smallest. For example, I will go with smallest to largest. Yes. Now you can see the reddish. Gradually the red will turn into yellow. Yellow will turn into green. Gradual change of your colors. Right click. Sort. Now I'll put it in the reverse. Largest to smallest. Largest. The green. Gradually the green will turn into yellow. The yellow will turn into red. Heat map. We call this as heat map. Select the data, conditional formatting, color scales, and I select the first color scales. Then I make a right click on that particular column. Click and right click. Sort. A to Z. Smallest to largest. Right click on the same thing. Sort. Largest to smallest. The green is turning into yellow. Yellow is turning into red. Okay? Done? Clear? Nowadays people prefers to do everything by visuals. Texting, messaging, everything people prefer to use visuals like emojis. Even you can get emoji in Excel also. We'll see how to get that emoji. Before that, let me select this region 5. Conditional formatting. Similar to emoji, we have something called as icon sets. Icon sets. Directional icon, shape icon, indicators, rating, star rating, cell phone signal rating, traffic signal rating. Now assume that I am going to select, for example, I will select this one. Green color tick mark, yellow color exclamation mark, red color into mark. I am selecting this. Green color check mark, yellow color exclamation, red color into mark. But you should ask me one question here. How it is showing a green? How it is showing a red? At least here I can understand. Highest is green, the lowest is gradually turning into yellow, and yellow is turning into red. I can understand this. But here, based on what condition it's giving the green, based on what condition it's giving the red, based on what condition it's yellow. We have 3 icons. So it will split it by 3%. More than 67% will be green. 67 to 33% will be, 67 to 33% will be yellow. Less than 33% will be red. This is the condition applied since I have 3 icons. Tell me what will be the condition if I have 4 icons? 3 icon means it is splitting 33, 33, 34. 4 icon means 25, 25, 25. 5 icon is 20, 20, 20. So with the help of this, maybe I want you to try this. Modify the condition like this. I want the condition to be modified like this. Wherever my value is more than 1200, try this. Wherever my value is more than 1600 to 1200, less than 600. Normally modified the conditional formatting. Formatting, manage, more than 1200 is green, 600. Condition is already immediately saying if you have any questions, ask me there itself. Going to your department, I would not be there. You have to do it. Modify that. Show me the condition. Conditional formatting. Where's the cursor? Conditional formatting. Age. Age condition. It's already defined, but I want you to modify it. No, I want formatting. Conditional. You have created new condition. More than 1200, I should get this green tick. 1200 to 600, I want this yellow. Okay. How to do this? Place the cursor on the data. Conditional formatting. Manage rules. Edit rules. Percent, instead of the percentage, make it as number. Here also instead of percent, make it as number. The first condition says 1200, 1200, more than 1200 is green. Click on the bottom. This automatically turns into less than 6200. Here you have to make it as 600. More than 1200 is green. 1200 to 600 is yellow. The last condition, we don't want to change it. That will change automatically. How do I know that? Come out of this box. Come out of the box. Click somewhere else outside the box. Somewhere else here. This has turned into less than 600. More than 1200 is green. 600 to 1200 yellow. Less than 600 red. But assume I don't like this red into mark. Can I give some other color? Yes. For example, I want a red flag. Or I don't want the color itself. We can say no cell icon also. I want only two icons. So I can see green and yellow. So or I can change the color. Maybe the red flag. Okay and okay. So wherever it's, assume we have a target. Wherever it's more than a target, I'm getting a green. Wherever it's between 1200 to 600, yellow. Less than 600 is red. Sometimes I don't want my user to see the value. I want my user to see only the icons. Conditional formatting. Manage rules. Edit rules. There is a checkbox available. Show icon only. Show icon only. Enable that checkbox and I say OK. So it will show you only the icon, not the values. Values will not be shown. I want to see whether it's a profit or a loss, whether it's above the target or below the target. So I don't want my user to see the values. Show icon only. You can show only the icons. Okay. Can I get an emojis? How do we do it on your messages, WhatsApp? I think emojis looks good in PowerPoint and Word. But Excel also you can get emoji, but manually you have to change the colors. That's the only problem in Excel. Place the cursor in some cell on your keyboard. Windows. There is a Windows key, correct? Windows dot full stop. Windows dot full stop. Yes, now you will get emojis here. There are various sorts of emojis. So many emojis are available. Windows dot full stop. But the problem is, assume I am selecting this emoji, maybe this thumbs up. When I select that thumbs up and I close this, unfortunately the thumbs up is giving in a black color. So select that thumbs up, I'm getting it in black. Select this and go to Home tab, Font color, and change the color of your font. And change the size of the font. Now it's okay. So Windows dot, the shortcut key for getting emojis. Start. As I indicated, emojis works very well in Word and PowerPoint. Suppose I'll open Microsoft Word, PowerPoint. I open Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. Now if I press Windows dot, so it inserts as it is, the same color, same formatting, everything will get inserted as it is. Windows dot. So you can use this Windows dot anywhere. Excel, Word, PowerPoint, Outlook, Access, any software you can use this. Windows dot. Okay. Done. We'll see one more chapter, then we'll jump on to lookup and pivot. Mini chart. We'll see about a mini chart. Another most frequently used. Exercise number 6. We have a table, matrix, production revenue variance, spare parts revenue variance, material cost variance, energy cost variance. There is a table, a smaller table is available here. This table I want to know, for example, let us take the production revenue variance. I want to know the trend, whether this production revenue is going in an increasing trend or it's going in a downward decreasing trend. I want to know the trend. But the trend I want to show it in a visual format. Visual format. Visual means first things comes to our mind is chart. What is the shortcut key for selecting entire table? Control Shift space. Control Shift right will select the data heading. Table. Control Shift space, or one more shortcut key just now we have explored. Control A. So either press Control A or Control Shift space, and I go to Control Q again. When I go to Control Q again, and I go to this charts, I'm going to the charts. Unfortunately, whatever the chart you draw, suppose I'll go for the stacked bar chart. Stacked bar chart looks like this. Suppose I go for this line chart and I go for this bubble chart. Still, if you are not okay, you can go to more charts. Select this, Control Q, charts, select some charts or go to more charts, and I can select any chart here. All charts, select charts, all charts. Column chart looks like this. Line chart looks like this. Pie chart. None of the chart is solving my problem. I'm not able to understand anything based on this chart. So, none of the chart is solving my problem. So, the best method is select the first row. Select only the first row. No need to select the entire table. Select only the first row. Control Q again. Control Q. Spark lines. The last one. Spark lines. 3 types of spark lines. Line spark line, column spark line, win and loss spark line. I will explain one by one. First, let us go for line spark line. Line spark line. Yes, now you can see the first KPI matrix. It has started better. Now it is dipping and it is increasing and it is increasing and it is decreasing. You can see the trend. Mini line chart is drawn. And drag it and copy it on the bottom here. So we got the chart for every row. There is a chart for each and every row. You cannot draw 20 charts like this, which is impossible. But manually we have created a mini chart here. I repeat it again. Select this first row. Control Q. Spark lines. Line spark lines. Drag it and copy it on the bottom. So we are getting the spark lines for each and every row. We'll see further more on this spark. But after drawing this chart, see any changes on your screen? You should see some changes. What is the change? First time. Sparkling. Morning introduction itself, I think I told you this. Whenever you insert something, you will get a new tab here. What is the name of this tab? Special tab will appear whenever you insert something. Contextual tab, very good. This is called as contextual tab. If the contextual tab is not appearing, that means your cursor is outside the spark line. If you have placed the cursor outside the spark line, you will not get that contextual tab. So place the cursor on the spark line. I want to know in which month we have the highest revenue or lowest revenue. So go to that spark lines. You can see here high point, low point, negative point, first point, last point. Let us select the high point. Yes, this is the month I have the highest. Low point. So where this is our lowest point. This is where it is very low. This is where it is very high. But both the highest point and lowest point, it's in a red color. I don't like it. So spark lines, styles. Go to the styles. Click on styles and you can change your line color here. You can change the line color. For example, I'll go with the green. Green with red. I'm selecting green with red. Manually, can I change the color? There are predefined colors available, but manually I want to change the color. Sparkline colors. And you can change your line color. Weight. Weight is the thickness of that line. Thickness. So let us go to the weight and I increase the thickness of the line. Line is more thicker now. So it seems to be more thicker. And line color also I can change it. For example, I'll change the line color to maybe a light blue. But still I'm not okay. We'll see furthermore. So highest values are in green, middle lowest values are in red. And the line color I changed into green. And I changed this weight into a little bit higher, maybe 3 point. And I want to know which are all negatives. November is negative, March is negative. So I want to draw a line. That line will indicate whether your values are positive or negative. So spark line, axis, spark line, axis, show axis. Spark line, axis, show axis. So it's drawing a line. This line is indicating that above the line is positive, below the line is negative. But when I present it, this line seems to be very small. Increase the width. But I have more than 20 or 30 lines. How can I increase the height of all the lines? Select the 11th row. Select that 11th row. Control Shift down arrow. Select the 11th row. Control Shift down arrow. Increase the height of any one of the row. If I increase the height of any one of the row, all the row height will get increased. Now I can see a better chart. Now chart seems to be much better. I repeat it. First increase the width. Select the 11th row. Then increase the height. If you increase the height of one row, all the row height would have got increased. Now I can see a better chart. Wheel chart. You have to make a column chart and also make a water chart. Another chart to another chart. Increase minimum row height. You cannot use control shift on here. Shift it up. Right. First select the level. Select that level. Control shift down. Okay. Can I change this line chart to a column chart? Two things you can do. You can change this line chart to a column chart, or you can create another column chart here also. Both are possible. First, how to change this column chart to a line chart? On the top, there is a spark line. Go to spark line. You can see line, column, win and loss. What is the difference between column and win and loss? Column. Based on the value, the bar size will increase or decrease. The value is more, the bar size will be larger. Value is lesser, the bar size will be smaller. That is column. Win and loss is just simple. It will not change your bar size. Bar size will be same. It will show you whether it's a negative or positive. That's all. Win and loss. You can see highest, lowest is highlighted, but the bar size will be as it is. I don't want to show the values. I want to know whether it's a profit or loss. Then we can go for win and loss. Otherwise, you can go for columns. In near future, you will be getting a pie chart, scatter chart, everything inside is all. As of now, you have only 3 charts: line, column, win and loss. Future, you will be getting more charts. So selected this, gone to spark line, and I selected column. But based on this data, can I draw a column chart in another cell? I don't want this. I want a line chart in column chart in another cell. How we created the chart is Control Q, and I spark line, and I created the spark line. But the problem is the spark line will overwrite the existing spark line. But I don't want to overwrite. I want the answer in some other area. So select the data, insert. Go to insert. Under insert, spark lines. Line spark line, column spark line, win and loss. Here you can see all 3 types of spark line is available. But here what it will do is go to insert, line. It will ask you want that line, in which position you want it. For example, I want it somewhere else here at the P column. So select it and I say OK. Yes. So you got the spark lines at the P column. and drag it on the bottom to get it for all the data. So insert Control Q will create a sparkline only on the next immediate next column. But that insert sparkline will create it on some other column. Select the data, go to insert sparkline, which is sparkline, and where you want that sparkline, select it, say OK. So it has created the sparkline. So you can have maximum of 3 sparklines like this. Column sparkline, line sparkline, win and loss sparklines. I think more used is line and column. Win and loss is very lesser. Done? Here. Don't just present the data. Try to use some formatting like this. Try to implement whatever you have learned. Try to use the sparkline. Try to use the conditional formatting. Don't create manual formulas. Try to use Control Q. Don't manually create a column. Try to use that Control E, flash filling, shortcut keys, fill handles, whatever you learn. Try to implement it. Now we are going to jump into another very important topic. Exercise number 7. In exercise number 7, we have a new feature. If you are, I don't know whether you are using it. If you are using, stop using the old feature, start using this new feature. Employee number name. We have an employee number and some employee numbers is listed here. And employee name is also available. Based on this, now we are going to find out what is the designation of this employee. What is the designation of this employee? But where is the source table? Today morning you have downloaded 2 files. One is that exercise file. Second one, you can see there is a file called as master. Please open that master file. Double click and open the master file. If it is asking for enable, enable it. If it is asking for enable, enable it. And let us go to the first sheet, employee. This is my employee master database, where I can see the branch name, in which branch the employee is working, what is the employee number, employee name, gender, email address, date of birth, date of joining, retirement age, designation, department and salary. Now we are going to find out the designation here. We are going to find the designation. Any idea what is the formula or what is the function or what is the feature we will be using here? Lookup. What is that lookup is? I think we have a function called as lookup. We have a function called as VLOOKUP. We have a function called as HLOOKUP. We have one more function called as index. We have match. If there is a error, we can handle the error by using if error function. And we have to find the exact match. We have to find the approximate match. And we also use some dollars in VLOOKUP. All this function was replaced by one single function, that is XLOOKUP. So we are going to use XLOOKUP. Stop using VLOOKUPs and HLOOKUP. Slows down your system speed, increases your file size. Start using XLOOKUP, faster, efficient and simple. We have said RIP to VLOOKUP very long back, 7-8 years before. Don't use VLOOKUPs. Start using XLOOKUP. Next level is merge query. No need to write XLOOKUP also. There is a feature called as merge query. Merge query, unfortunately, we are not going to learn today. Power Pivot, Power Query, Power BI, we will do that. But today, we are going to learn this XLOOKUP. I have two files. I think you have enabled this file also. That master file also, I hope you have enabled it. So, two files. Could you tell me how can I go to one file to another file? How can I navigate between one file to another file without using mouse? Alt tab. Very good. But Alt tab will move from one software to another software. Excel to PowerPoint, Outlook, Access, Project. You can move from one file, one software to another software. I want to move from one file to another file. So I recommend the best shortcut key is Control tab. Control tab is the best method to move from one file to another file within Excel application. Within the Excel application. Okay. So I'm going to do this XLOOKUP. If you have any questions, doubts, queries, stop me, ask me there itself. I can see day by day people are living with the lookup. Day by day, every day they are using the lookup. I don't know whether here also still people are, I have seen people are using VLOOKUPs. Stop it, start using XLOOKUPs. So three things. To do XLOOKUP, you need three things. Note down the three things, then I will tell you how to use that XLOOKUP. First one. Lookup value. You have to know the lookup value. Lookup value is input cell. Input cell is reference cell. First one is lookup value, that is your input cell, that is your reference cell. Tell me, I have two columns. One is the employee number and employee name. Which I can take it as a reference to get the designation? Can I take the employee number or can I take the employee name as a reference to get the designation correctly? Employee number. Why can't we take the employee name? Correct. There can be repetition of the name also. Two names can be for one. So two employees can have the same name also. So better what you said is correct. The reference is lookup value is employee number. Very good. First. Second. Lookup array. What is that lookup array? Lookup array is select the range where we have lookup value on the source table. Select the range where we have the lookup value on the source table. So, where is that lookup value on your source table? So, let me go to my source table. Where is that lookup values? It is available here. This is my lookup value. So, you have to select this range. You have to select this range. Okay. Second. Third. Return array. What is that return array? Select the range which we want as a output on the source table. Select the range which we want it as an output on the source table. So go to the source table. Tell me which range I want it as an output here. Designation, it's available here, column number I. So you have to select this range, that's all. First one is lookup value, second one is lookup array, third one is return array. Let me do that. I can repeat it multiple times, but please do practice. I can repeat it any number of times here. That's the most important formula. Equal to X lookup. When I type XL, the X lookup is appearing automatically. Could you tell me how can I select this without typing it? Tab key. Very good. X lookup, tab. If you are using keyboard, if you are using mouse, double click. X lookup, lookup value. Which is my lookup value? Employee number. That's my lookup value. Comma. X lookup, open bracket, the employee number is my lookup value, comma. Lookup array. How do we go to the master sheet now from here? Control tab. Lookup array. Where is that lookup array? This is the range where we have that lookup array. Select only that range. Don't select the column, don't select something, select only the range. With the heading, without heading is your wish. But follow the same method. If you are selecting the heading, always select the heading. If you don't select the heading, always leave the heading. Follow the same methodology. Let me select along with the heading. Control Shift down arrow. I have selected the entire employee number. Comma. Comma. Which column you want it as an output? I want this designation as output. Click and select only the designation range. Control Shift up arrow with the heading or without heading. Here, while selecting the employee number, I selected the heading. Here also you have to select the heading. There you didn't select the heading, here don't select the heading. So follow the same methodology. So one selection with the heading, another selection without heading means it will throw the error. That's all. Close bracket. Even no need to close the bracket, just press enter or control enter. We got the designation of this employee. This employee designation is supervisor. I'm repeating it again. Equal to X lookup. Select the employee number, comma. Go to the master sheet. Select the column range where we have the employee number, comma. Select the range where we have the designation with the heading. Both the areas I am selecting with the heading. One without heading means both should be without heading. Close bracket, enter. Go to the corner edge, double click. So we got the designation for all the employees. All the employees got the designation. How many of you have written VLOOKUP? If you have written VLOOKUP, it's complicated. You have to remember the row number, column number, exact match, approximate match. The formula is little bit bigger. I don't know. Use it also, stop using VLOOKUP, start using this. Challenges. What is the employee number again? The control shift it out. What it does out? Basically. Like the reference. Based on this employee. First, which is your reference? This is not your. Explain one. Explain. That is something must. Don't say it. Come on. Come on. Control shift. It's not over. Next three exercises also we are going to see the same X lookup. Who have did, please do this. Find the department, find the branch. Yes. Who have completed, try to do this. Find the department and find the branch. As I indicated, if you are not practicing, you will not get it right. Any challenges, as I told, call me. Any on branch and department. Find the department and branch. First is your department. Okay, let me try this. Equal to X lookup employee number, one employee number, comma, master sheet. Where is this employee number? This employee number is here. B, only the range. Don't select the B total column. It will slow down your system speed. Select only the employee number, comma, department. Select the department column. Input is employee number. The column employee number available on the source, comma, select the column in the department. That's it. Double click to copy this. Same process. Equal to X lookup employee number, comma, master sheet again. Select the range of employee number, comma, select the range of branch. That's it. With the help of this exercise number 8, in exercise number 8, we have an inspection report number, inspection date, inspected units, product code, NC number. Now, next sheet, I have something called as product master, where I can see product name, category, product code, series, gear type, frame, and the bigger table is available. Now what I want you to try, you may get some error or anything, but I will see how to solve that error. I want you all to display the product name here. Display the product name. You decide what is your input, where is your output, and what is your formula. I want you to do this. Bring the product name here. So get the product name by writing the same XLOOKUP function. Yes, please. When I copy downwards, you may get a error. You get a error when you copy it down. If you are getting the error, we'll see how to solve it. First, find it. Product name is available on the next sheet. For the fifth row, you may get an error. Person error with the formula problem. Getting error in fourth or fifth row. Sorry. Done? Yes. Got it. All. Somewhere else you may get an error. I assume in Europe also people are going to answer. Equal to X lookup, which is my input. My input is product code, comma, and I go to the master sheet. I selected one product code and I'm going to the master sheet and I select the product code here with the heading, comma. I'm selecting the product name also with the heading. The input is product code, the output is product name. So the reference is the product name, number code there, and we selected the product code here and the output is product name. Close bracket. Enter. Yes, it says HCS 125. But the challenge is when I copy this on the bottom, we are getting an error. Why this error is happening, we'll see how to solve it. This error happens, the reason is, in VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP or any lookup, when you write the formula, when you copy the formulas in row wise, your row number will get incremented. For example, here it's C10 to C160. When I come down, it is C11 to C160, C12, C13, C14. But when I come here, C15. So that means my data is searching from C15. It is searching only from C15. If the data is before C15, it will show error. That's happening here. So if you are using the old version of Excel, we have to put some dollars here. dollar and fix it. The first row, last row, you have to fix it. But the latest version, let me delete this formula itself. I'll delete the formula. What XLOOKUP or VLOOKUP will do is, for example, first time, it will search this employee number. It will go to the master sheet, find the employee number and put the designation here. Second employee number, go to the master sheet, find and post it here. Third, go there, find it and post it here. But instead of 10 times, 20 times, 100 times going there, one time go there and fetch all the result and post it here. That's very faster, that's very simpler, that's very easier also. So, equal to XLOOKUP. Don't select one product code. Select all the product code here so that it will go one time, get all the product code and display here. One time go there and get all the product code. Select the entire product code. Come on, only that product. Don't select the entire D column or E column. Select only the product code. Go to the product master. Here also select only the column of the product code. Only that column range. Output. This one I want it as a output. The product name. Entire range of the product name. So the input is product code, comma. The output is product name. Close bracket, or no need to close the bracket. Excel will close it. Now what will happen is one formula. It will go there. No need to copy the formula also. No error. There is no error and no need to copy the formula. The formula is getting copied automatically. And you can see first cell we have the formula. When I go to the second and third and fourth cell, there is no formula. If I click, there is no formula. One formula we got all the output at one time. One formula we got all the output. But before that, there should not be any data in this table. If there is some data, it will show some spill error. So delete the data on the table, then write the formula. I am repeating it again. Equal to XLOOKUP. Select the entire product code here. Even with the heading also you can select, but here it's not required. Select the entire product code, comma. Go to the product master. Here also select the entire product code, comma, product name. Now close the bracket. Or no need to close the bracket also. Enter. Yes. One formula, multiple result without errors. One formula, it's going there and fetching the data to one time. One time we got the result. No need to write multiple formulas. Till the XLOOKUP is not over, we have to see furthermore. Okay. If really there is a error, how to handle that error and how to find the range of values here, that's what we are going to explore. After this, I think till exercise number 10, we are going to see about lookup. After that, we have to start pivot table. Pivot table cannot be completed within one day. At least we'll start some features. Dashboard at least, aging analysis at least we'll try to do it today. Okay. So I'm saving the file. We didn't complete exercise number 8. We have to see furthermore on this exercise number 8 also. Save the file. Minimize this and I pause the video recording. The lookup is not yet done. Last session we have seen a XLOOKUP. While writing the XLOOKUP, the advantage is no need for copying it. It automatically fetches the data and posts data one time. Go there and it posted the data here. But assume if, for example, let me type some product code. BG something. I'm typing some product, some dummy product code. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unfortunately, this product code is not available on my master. I have typed some dummy just for checking. This product code is not available on the master, so it says NA. I don't like this NA. I don't want this NA. Instead of NA, We have to display some message here, not available, not found, or some other message. Because with NA, if you write a formula, if you get a pivot table, it will throw some error. So without NA, I want to display some message here. So just go to the same EX lookup. Go to the same EX lookup. And go to the last, on the formula last, before the bracket. Just go before the bracket, comma. Before the bracket, just use a comma and type your message. But don't type the message straight away, since it's a text character. Numerical character means you can type it like this straight away. Suppose I want 0 means you can put a 0. But this is a text character, so you cannot put a 0. Type a double quotes on your keyboard next to L, semicolon. Next to that semicolon, we have the single quote and double quote. Hold the shift key and type the double quote. And type your message, not found. Whenever you write a text inside a formula, if you are using a text, it has to be with the double quotes. It has to be with the double quotes. Double quotes, and I am saying not found, and I am putting the double quotes close. That's all. Enter or control enter. Yes. If the data is available, it will display the data. If the data is not available, it will display a message called as not found. So I repeat the process again. My data looks like this earlier. I typed some dummy data, so it shows NA since it's not available. So go to the formula here, go to the last of the formula, comma. Number means straight away you can type the number. Since it's a text, you have to put a double quotes and type the text. Not found, close the double quotes, enter. Okay. In old version of Excel, for this we have to use the function called as if error. If you are using the old version of Excel, there is a function called as if error, but here that if error is not required. Now, with the help of this, 2 minutes before you opened a master sheet. So please open that same master sheet again, that master sheet. Where we got the employee number, name, employee master. There is one more sheet available, NC register. There is something called as NC register. Under this NC register, we have inspection stage and defect category, NC number, defect description, severity, quantity inspected, NC quantity, and NC percentage, and so many data are available. Now what I want you to do it is, I want you to write a formula to find out the defect category here. Display the defect category here, but one more challenge is if there is a error in the defect category, then display a message, no data. The data is not there. So write a formula to find out the defect category. But here one challenge is the heading is on the left hand side, data is on the right hand side. But still you can do it. Second, write one more formula to find out the quantity inspected. But if this quantity inspected is also a error, if there is a error in this quantity inspected, then display 0. Just display the 0. I want you to do it, right? 2 X lookups. 1 X lookup to find out the defect category. You decide which is my input, which is my output, everything you have to decide. And if the data is not available, display no data for the first one. Second one is quantity inspected. If the data is available, display the quantity. If the data is not there, display as 0. Try. As usual, try. Try to display the defect category and the quantity inspected. 2 formulas. One for defect category, second is for quantity inspected. Done. Here the data is in row wise, not the column wise. That's the only difference. All other things are same. Right. How do we display no data there? Good. Okay. Excellent. Let me try this. Equal to, in old version you have to go for H lookup, but this also you can do it in X lookup. X lookup, open bracket. I think NC number is my reference. I don't want every time NC number go there and search it. One time it has to find everything. So let us select the entire data. Control Shift down arrow. Select the entire NC number. Come on. Go to the master sheet. Here the NC number is available in this row. Either select it with the heading or without heading is your wish. But follow the same thing. I will select it with the heading. Control Shift right arrow. Right arrow. Row. Early data it is in column. Now we are finding it in row. This is the advantage of XLOOKUP. XLOOKUP will work in any direction. left to right, right to left, top to bottom in any direction. Comma. I want the defect category that is here. I think defect category is in this row. So defect category is in this row, 11th row. Select the data only. Let me try this. If there is an error, we'll see how to handle that error. Enter. Yes. It is finding the defect category, but somewhere else I am getting this NA. One or two NAs. Only one NA. The one NA, the reason is this defect category is not in the master. That's why it's saying NA. So let me go to that formula again. Next to the, before the bracket, just put a comma, double quotes, no data, double quotes close. Enter. So if the data is available, it will find you the data. The data is not available, it says no data. Same formula. Only thing is here the data is in row wise, earlier it is in column wise. Let me select this formula, control shifted down arrow. Morning or afternoon we did this, control Q. I want to highlight that no data separately. Control Q. Select the data, press Control Q. You can see text contain, duplicate, unique and equal. Let us go to equal. Select the data, equal. Control Q, equal. Equal to what? Equal to no data. If there is no data, I want to put a red color so that I can identify the no data separately. So I selected equal to no data, red color, and I say OK. So wherever there is no data, it will show it in red. Even manually, I'll put some dummy and check. I'll put some dummy data and check. It will show you here no data. So if the data is available, it will find and post the data. The data is not available, it says no data, and it shows in a red color. Wherever there is a no data, it shows in a red. Okay, same like for the quantity inspected. Equal to X lookup. Select the NC numbers. Comma. Master sheet. The entire row of this NC number. Comma. The entire row of quantity inspected. Range, not the row, range. Comma. Straight away I am putting 0 because I know that if there is a error I want to put a 0. So straight away I am putting a 0. No double quotes for 0 because 0 is a number. No need to put a double quotes. That's all. If the data is available, it will show you the data. If the data is not available, you can see it shows a 0 here. So XLOOKUP will work vertically, XLOOKUP will work horizontally, XLOOKUP will work left to right, right to left, any methods. This is the advantage of using XLOOKUP. As I indicated, if you are already using VLOOKUP, stop using it, start using XLOOKUP. How to Alain? 0 means you want to give a color or something. Same method. Select it. Control Q. Here the equal to is not there. So go to Home tab. If there is equal to, do it. If there is no tab, go to Home tab. Conditional formatting. Highlight cell rules. Here you can find the equal to. If it is available in Control Q, do it. If it is not available in Control Q, Home tab, conditional formatting. Highlight cell rules, equal to what? Equal to 0. Equal to 0, I want to give a red. So let us put a red itself. Okay. Yes. If there is a 0, I am getting a red. If I press Control Q, if we are getting it here, fine. If we are not getting it, then go to the Home tab, conditional formatting, equals to. Wherever my data is equal to 0, we are putting a red. Now, the next challenge is exercise number 9. We have some supplier name, we have some purchase value, and we have some table, purchase value between 0 to 5 lakh. So I want to give a rating, 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, or I want to give a performance score, or I want to give a credit score, or I want to give a delivery priority, I want to give an inspection and reorder something. For example, let us give the rating, star rating, 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, or 4 star, or I can put a performance score, anything based on their purchase value. If the purchase value is between 0 to 5 lakh, then the rating is 1 star. 5 lakh to 10 lakh is 2. 10 lakhs to 20 lakh is 3. 20 lakhs to 50 lakh is 4. More than 50 lakh is 5. For example, the first supplier, 3 lakh 20,000. So tell me what could be the star for this first supplier name. What is the star to be displayed? 1 star, because they falls between 0 to 5 lakhs. So people will use the if function for it. If, normally they will use if greater than 5 lakh, this is the output. Greater than 10 lakh, this is the output, which is very complicated. You can do this in XLOOKUP itself. In XLOOKUP itself, you can do it. So let us put the supplier rating here by writing the same XLOOKUP. Equal to. I have seen people are struggling with if function, undo function, complicated, but you can do it by same XLOOKUP. Equal to XLOOKUP. Lookup value, that is my purchase value. I don't want the purchase value one by one. One purchase value, I want everything. So select the entire row, entire data, all my customer, all my supplier names. XLOOKUP entire supplier name, comma, lookup array is your purchase value, comma, output supplier rating. So input is my purchase value, output is my supplier rating, comma. If there is a error, what do you want to do? I think 99% you will not get an error, because either it will fall between 5 lakh to 0 to 5 lakh, 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 10 to 20, or 20 to 50, or more than 50, 1 crore, 2 crore, everything falls more than 150. When it will throw an error, if the purchase value is negative, I think there will be no purchase value as negative, but still, if there is a negative value, then only it will throw an error here as per this condition. So if there is a negative value, I don't want an error, I want to put a 0. If there is a error, put a 0. Last session we did it. Error means 0. But here I think error will not happen, but still for safer side, I am putting a 0, comma, the next one. Match mode, exact match. Last session, employee number, same employee number should match. Part number, same part number should match. NC number, same NC number should match. Here it's not exact. Here it should be between 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 50. So it's not an exact match. How is my data? Whether my data is arranged from smallest to largest or largest to smallest. My data is in an ascending order, smallest to largest. So here, exact match or next smaller item, because my data is arranged in a smallest to largest. So exact match with next to smaller, you have to use -1. Either double click on this -1 or type -1. That's all. Close the bracket, or no need to close the bracket. Excel will close it automatically. Now enter or a control enter. Yes, we got that ratings automatically here. Wherever the purchase value is between 1 to 5 lakhs. Sorry. Yes, 0 to 5 lakhs, 1 star. 5 to 10, 2 star. 10 to 20, 3 star. 20 to 50, 4 star. More than 50, 5 stars. So like this, you can give anything. Just given the star, you can give the performance scoring, you can give the credit period, you can give the delivery priority. With the formula again, equal to X lookup, purchase value. That's my input. Master sheet. Here also you have to select the purchase value. Comma. Output. Sorry. Output. The star ratings. Comma. 0. The 0 is R0. I think here it's not a number. I can put some message also here instead of 0. No rating. 0 rating. Or no rating. Something. No rating. Or I can put a 0 number. Comma. -1. The -1 is approximate smallest to largest. Your data is smallest to largest, ascending order. That's why we are using that -1. Enter. We got number. Actually, to be precise, this column is not at all required. Even you can delete this column also, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen even if I delete the column. That the column is just for our reference. Actually, Excel will check only here. 0 to 5 lakh means it will come here. 5 to 10 means it will come here. 10 to 20 it will come here. 20 to 50 it will come here. More than 50 it will go here. So automatically it goes there. So no need for this column. This column is just a dummy column. Just for our reference we used that column. Okay. This is the power of using this X lookup. Done? Exercise number 10. We have a table called as order ID, order date, order value. Now, in this sheet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, after G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q is missing. So it's hidden. G and R. After G and R, there is no column available, it's hidden. So select that G and R. Right click. Select that G and R. Right click. Unhide. You can see order value, order value minimum, maximum, discount, and customer category, credit period, freight, fee freight, payment terms, account manager level, warranty month, installation support, annual service visit, priority. At least find one thing. I want you to find out the discount percentage here. What is the discount percent? Based on the order value, find out the discount percentage. I want you to write a formula to find out that discount percentage. Based on the order value, find the discount percentage. Whether it's 1% or 2% or 3%. Let's look up. Find the discount percentage. The differences here once again it is in row wise. How can I change the percentage? Morning you have learned some shortcut keys to change the percentage. Shortcut keys. Done. Yes. Equal to X lookup. Select the order value, comma. Here also select the order value, the first row, comma. Discount percentage. Select the discount percentage, comma. If there is a error, I want to put a 0, comma, -1, -1. Close bracket. That's it. So we got the discount percentage here. 53 lakhs is 7%. Select everything. Control Shift 5. Percentage format. Control Shift 5 is the shortcut key for converting the data into a percentage format. Control 1. Very well. Okay. Clear? Any questions, doubts, queries? This session I told you stop using VLOOKUP and start using XLOOKUP. When you come for the next level of Excel training, I will tell you stop using also. Stop using formulas and functions. No formulas and function. You can do everything easily using power pivots and power queries. Next level. Now let us move on to exercise number 7. You have another maximum 1 hour. We'll try to complete as much as possible with your cooperation. This is the most important concept. This one day you have learned so many concepts. I don't know how many are going to use all the concepts, but I want everyone from today to use this feature. If you want to go to the next level in data analysis and reporting, you have to start using this feature. That is, any idea based on how many tables can we create a pivot? Have you ever created a pivot, or how many tables you have created a pivot? Based on only one table you can create a pivot. If you want to create a pivot based on multiple tables, we have a feature called as Power Pivot. And when your data is too large, where we have lakhs and millions and billions and trillions of rows and columns, I want to clean up, I want to write the formula, consolidation, combining, As I told, no lookup, no formulas, no functions. Then we have to use another tool called as Power Query. Then we had one more tool. We had another tool that is called as Power View. We had the tool, now the tool was removed. We don't have the tool. All these four tools put together. Now Microsoft just 10 years before has released a feature that is Power BI. What is BI? What is AI? Artificial intelligence. BI is business intelligence. If you want to go to the next level in data analysis and reporting, data science, this is your first step. You have to start with pivot, then power pivot, then power queries, then BI. I think as I told this feature is not there. So you want to go to the next level means you have to start from here. So let us start. Come to the exercise number 11. I'm repeatedly saying any question, any query, stop me and ask me. There itself I have seen some people are still not practicing it. Some people are having the doubts in the earlier. Don't hesitate, stop me, ask me. I can repeat it any number of times. So let us come to the exercise number 11. We have a table, region, sales region, vehicle. We have some vehicle, hybrid vehicle, electrical vehicle, industrial vehicles. Part number, commodity group, material cost, conversion cost, overhead cost, net sales price and margin. Now we are going to create a report. What is the report we are going to create is region wise, sales region wise, vehicle wise, each region wise, each vehicle wise. I want to know what is the sum of material cost, what is the sum of conversion cost, what is the sum of overhead cost, sum of net sales and sum of margin. So we have to calculate sum of everything based on region wise and vehicle wise. So before creating a report, please do this. Two things you have to check, not only before creating a report. When you are sending the report to others, when you are mailing the report to others, you have to check two things. Three conditions before creating a report is the condition number 1. No merged cells. Condition number 2. Table should have a heading. Condition number 3. Heading should be unique. This 3 condition, it's not only for pivots. 3 condition is common for all the tables. You understand? Sorting, filtering, subtotaling, anything. Conditions are very important. But how do we check these 3 conditions? How do we check whether there is no merged cells? How do we check whether there is a table is having a heading or not? We have a specific feature available in Excel. 2 features. One is this one. Second one is your performance improvement. We'll see both. Place the cursor on the table, or even you can place the cursor anywhere else also. Go to the Review tab. Under Review tab, you can see there is an option. Check accessibility. Review. Check accessibility. If I click on check accessibility, you should get the message keep going or no issues found. You should not get any issues here. No issues should be there on your table. Not only this table, every Excel file you have to check this. Whether there is some, here one small problem, hard to read text content, contrast. Why there is some color, I didn't give a color properly. Maybe I think that, maybe that emoji's color is a problem for me, I believe so. So, hard to read. Let me click here. Which one is hard to read? Yes, as I told, that emoji color is not good. So like this, it will check whether your data is good, whether readable to others, whether there is a table available, whether heading is correct, whether there is no merged cells, and even it will give you the suggestion also. Change it to some other color. I will change it to this color. Now looks good. No issue found. You should get this message called as no issue found. Then you can start creating the report. You should get this message, no issue. This is the first one. Second idea. Any report, any chart, any file, please check to the. Not only this file, the file which you are using regularly, please do. Second, performance of your system. Whether my data is very fast and my formula is working correct, whether there is unwanted data is available, unwanted rows and columns available, then go to the review tab. Check performance. Review. Check performance. Look on unknowingly, knowing you would have not recognized. Unknowingly, there may be unwanted empty columns, empty rows. Sometimes your data will be very small, your file size will be very large. The reason is this check performance. Click on check performance. Here in my system, it's saying out of 14 lakhs 2012 rows cells, 35 cells has to be optimized. There is some problem in that. 35 doesn't make a very big difference, but there is some problem in that 35 cells. Which 35 cells? The sheet number 05. So let me click on sheet number 05. I think morning we did that conditional formatting where we removed this file, this sheet, exercise number 5. Removed the unwanted rows. There it is not removed properly. So exercise number 5, click it. Yes, you can see some data was not removed properly. Optimize that sheet. Optimize. So worksheet is optimized. 35 cells are optimized to improve your workbook performance. Now go to review and check performance. No optimization required. Your data should be clean. Then this table is, this file is eligible for creating the file. Please to check this. Okay. Right. Let us go to that sheet number 11. The report which we are going to create is region-wise, vehicle-wise, sum of all this. Place the cursor on the table. Repeatedly saying, be with me, practice with me. Any question, doubts, queries, ask me. I can repeat it because this is the most important feature. Insert. Pivot table. Go to insert and click on pivot table. Or you can click on the arrow mark. Below the arrow, there is an option called as pivot table. Insert straight away, you can click on pivot. Or there is an arrow mark. Under arrow mark, you can click on this pivot table. Table or a range. Both are same. Both will land into the same area. So let me go to insert pivot table. 3 options. Option number 1. Select the table or a range. The table is already selected. If it is not selected, please select it. And where you want that output, whether you want the output on a new sheet or on the existing sheet. Now let us go for new sheet. Another few minutes we'll see about existing. This existing sheet will be very useful for making a dashboard. Now let us go for new sheet. Please do not select this option. Please do not select it. If I select it, some feature may not work. Please do not select it. Now I say OK here. So select the table or a range, new worksheet, and do not select this. This is power pivoting. Don't select this option. OK. Now we can see some difference. The first change is on the left hand side, pivot table. This is where we are going to create the report. On the right hand side, there is a field list. And one more changes. What is another change? Second, seeing the change. Pivot table, analyze and design. If you are not getting this analyze and design, if you are not getting that pivot table fields, the reason is if your cursor is outside the pivot, you will not see this. Your cursor should be on the pivot. And knowingly, unknowingly, if you have closed these fields, if you have closed the fields, you can get it back. Right click, show field list. Right click, show field list. You will get it back here. Let me explain what are all the options available, then we'll create a report. First, these are all your column headings. These are all your column headings. Then, filter. What is this filter? Multiple report. I told you next to Excel is Power BI. One feature which is not available in Power BI, which is available only in Microsoft Excel, is this filter, which is used for creating multiple report. A powerful, a magical feature. One click, 100 reports can be created at a time. One click. You can create hundreds of reports. Column label. What is that column label? Column label is used for comparison of your data. If you want to compare the data, last year, this year, last month, this month, I want to compare, then we can use this column label. Row label. I think we are going to start with the row label today. So we are going to start with the row label today. So you want to create a row-wise report or you want to create a normal report, then we can use this row label. Sigma values. What is meant by sigma value? Sigma value is summarizing your data. Summarize. What is meant by summarizing? Counting, averaging, all the aggregation. Summing up, counting up, average, maximum, minimum, percentage, everything. The last one is deferred layout update. What is this deferred layout update? Suppose you have very big table, thousands and thousands of rows and columns are available. When I drag and drop, it will take some time to create a report, but instantly, very fastly, I want to create a report. Then we can use this deferred layout update. Don't worry, everything we are going to see. Time permits, we'll see everything, but I don't know whether time will permit to see everything. Everything, it will take another 1 day. So many features are there. See as much as possible. Yes. Now, what is the report we are going to create is region wise, vehicle wise. Whatever I am saying wise, region wise, vehicle wise, whatever I am saying wise, that has to be dragged and dropped to the row label. Whichever wise, I want region wise, I want vehicle wise, I want company wise, employee wise, product wise, supplier wise, something, year wise, month wise, whatever I'm saying, that should be at row. Whichever you want to summarize it, summarize means summing, counting, averaging, that should be at the sigma value. Drag and drop, don't make a tick mark. I have seen some people are just going and making a check mark here. Don't do it. If I make a check mark, we don't know where it will land. It may land into filter area, it may land into column, it may land into rows, it may land into sigma also. Better drag and drop. So let me do that. Drag, don't go to the left hand side corner. If I click, it will get selected. Don't do that. Come somewhere else outside that checkbox, come outside it. Drag that region and drop it to rows. We got the region, east, north, south, west. Under the region, vehicles. Let us drag the vehicles into rows. So we got the vehicle, electrical vehicle, hybrid vehicle, industrial vehicle. Material cost, I want to sum it up. So drag that material cost to the sigma. But we have one small advantage. If you are 100% sure that this column is in a number format, this material cost, conversion cost, overhead cost, net profit is in a number format, no need for dragging and dropping. You can just make a tick mark also. If it is a number format, it straight away lands into the sigma. Let me make a tick mark on this. Conversion cost, overhead cost, net price, margin. Yes. So we got a small report here. Region wise, vehicle wise, what is the sum of material cost? What is the sum of conversion cost? What is the sum of sales price and sum of the formulas, how to change the function, how to count the percentage, how to add it. Done? Clear? But I am not satisfied with the view of the report. I am not satisfied with the view. Why I am not satisfied with the view is, it is showing the total on the top, data on the bottom. I need data first, total next. And the region and this vehicle is displayed in the same column. I want the region separately, vehicle separately. So, place the cursor on the table. Design. Go to the tab called as Design. Under Design, first one, Subtotal. You can suggest me what is the option I am going to select here. Design, Subtotal, then do not show subtotal, show subtotal at the bottom, show all the subtotal at the top, show all the subtotal, bottom of a group. Grand total. For some reasons, if you don't want the grand total, you can switch off it. Probably time permits, I will tell you when we can switch off. Now don't switch off it. It's better to have the grand total, don't switch off it. Report layout. I always recommend, even most of the corporate people do this, always recommend to have a report in a tabular form. Design, report layout, show in a tabular form. Even in your companies also I have seen most of the reports are in tabular form. So design, report layout, show in tabular form. Yes. Now I'm getting the region name separately and I'm getting the vehicle name separately. So easy to understand. These are all the region names. These are all the vehicles. Then here, okay, I have only 3 vehicles. I can know this. This electrical east is Hyderabad east and hybrid is east and industrial is east. But if you have multiple vehicles, it's very tough to find out this belongs to which region. So I want the region name to be repeated here. Report layout, repeat all item label. Repeat all item. Yes, sorry. Your item label is getting repeated. All the option available in design, it's very simple, it's straightforward, even you can try that. Blank row. Insert a blank line after each item. After each region, east region, north region, south region, you will get a blank line. Insert a blank line. After east, there is a blank. After north, there is a blank. After south, there is a blank. After west, there is a blank. If you don't want the blank, you can switch off it. Remove blank line. What is this row header? East, north, south, west is bold. I don't want to be bolded. Remove the row header. Column header. This column heading is bolded. I don't want it, but better to have the column header. Don't remove it. It's better to have the column header. Banded rows. Alternative rows are getting banded. When you take a printout, it's very easy to understand your report. Banded. Banded columns. Actually, I don't recommend. But I want to give a different colors and formatting. Go to the design. More. There is a pivot table styles. Click here and you can change the different types of styles, colors and formattings. There are different types of styles, colors and formatting. You can change the style, colors and formattings. Done? Could you tell me why east region is coming on the top? Is this based on your source data? Actually, in source data, north is coming on the top, then we have the east, then north, then south, then east, then west. It's not in a proper order. But here the east is coming on the top. What is the reason behind it? Alphabetically order. Very good. But I want the south region should be on the top. 3 methods to do this. Method number 1. First method, mouse. If you are conversant, if you are confident with the mouse, do it. If you are not confident, then do the second method or third method. First method is, be careful. If you are getting error, you cannot undo it, so please be careful. This south region, I want to bring it to the first. Go to the border of the south region. There is an arrow mark with 4 header. So go to that border, drag that south and drop it, drag and drop it before the east region. Now south goes to the top. This is one method. Using mouse, I can drag this and drop it here. First method. If you are conversant, if you are confident, do it. If you are good enough in using mouse, do it. But I am very bad in mouse. I don't use mouse properly. So go to the top here. Here what I want south. Just go there with the correct spelling, with correct case sensitive. Just type south here. Enter. South comes to the top. Very simple. So just go there and type it. It automatically comes to the top. Second method. Third method. One is drag and drop. Second one is go there and type it. Third method. Suppose I want this north should come before east. Right click on the north. You have an option called as move. Where you want to move it, beginning, up, end or down. So I want to move one step upwards. So I'll say move up. North upwards, one step up. Right click, move. North moves to the top. So 3 methods. Either drag and drop, or type it, or right click. Out of these 3 methods, this 3 method will work only for your row-wise data, not for the sigma. Whatever we have dragged it in the sigma. Suppose I want the conversion cost should come before material and material cost should come here. You know the first 2 methods. The first method is click on the heading, drag it and drop it before this material cost. That's one method. Second method is instead of sum of material cost, go here and we'll type it as conversion cost. So conversion cost comes here, material cost goes here. But this right click, unfortunately, right click move will not work here. So the right click move will work only by the row wise data, not for the how to change it to some average percentage. Okay. So we have seen how to create a sorry. How to create a report, how to rearrange your reports. Now, here I am getting the sum of margin. I don't want sum of margin. Instead of the sum of margin, I want to count how many data are there. I want to find out the average and I want to find out some other formulas. Very simple. Right click on that column where you want to change the formula. right click on the column where you want to change the formula. Instead of summarize value by, you can see instead of right click and go to summarize value by sum, count, average, maximum, minimum, product. For example, I will go with count. So now it shows count of values. How many values are there? Count. Right click, summarize value by, and I'm changing into count. Earlier we had the sum, it is changing into count. Now I want the sum also. Count is there, but I want the sum also here. How can I get sum also here? Drag that margin once again to the sigma values. Drag that margin once again to the sigma. I'm dragging and I'm dropping it here. Yes. We got the count as well as we got the sum. Both are displayed here. Sum as well as the count. Let me do it again. Right click, summarize value by, count, and drag that margin and drop it to sigma again. Let me try one more. Right click, summarize value by, I'll put average. Now I want the sum again. Drag that margin once again here. Like this, one column you can have multiple formulas like this. We have the count, we have the average, we have the sum. But in average, I can see some cell there is 5 or 6 decimals, some cell we have no decimal, some cell 3 decimals, some cell 5 or 6 decimals. Could you tell me how can I get only 2 decimals for everything? How can I get decimals? Number with 2 decimals. 1 in shortcut keys, 6 shortcut keys. Called shift. That will remove the decimal. I want 2 decimals. Control shift 1. Control select it and press control shift. So control shift 1. So we got count, we got average, we got sum. Now assume I want percentage. I want to know in which region we have more percentage of value. Which region has more percentages? Right click on this. Right click on sum of margin. Go to show value as. Right click on sum of margin and go to show value as. So many features are available here. All the features are very important for reporting. All the features are very important. We cannot see all the features today. At least we'll see one or two. Right click on the show sum of margin. Go to show value as percentage of grand total. Percentage of grand total. Yes. Now we got the percentage. Which region has more percentage of my margin is? I think East region has 30%. South is 22, North is 20, and West is 26%. Unfortunately, when I convert that sum into count, heading is changing. When I convert the sum into average, heading is changing. But when I convert the sum into percentage, the heading is not changing. So I'll change the heading manually. Percentage. How can I get the sum again? Drag that margin and drop it to sigma. But I'm seeing that some people are struggling to change your column in order. Suppose I want to bring the average before this, count before this, it's very tough to do it. And here also you can see my data is very small, I can drag and drop, it's very tougher for me. So what is the easiest way? You can change the settings of this column. Go to the settings, there is a gear symbol. Click on the settings. Under settings, 1, 2, 3, fourth one. Select that fourth one. Area section only. Now you have some spaces here. You can see there is some space available. Here you can drag. Suppose I want the average before the count, means you can drag the average and put it before the count. If you drag it here, it will change automatically here also. Because sometimes a few people are facing some problem in dragging and dropping. So you can drag and drop and you can move it here. You can drag and drop. Or if you are finding drag and drop is also very tougher. I feel the dragging and dropping is also very tougher. No problem. Click on the arrow mark. Move up, move down, move end, move beginning. So I can move up here, one step up. So it will move one step up. So if you feel dragging and dropping is a little bit tougher here, we can change the settings. Click on the settings and select the fourth one. Area section, and you can drag and drop it here or move it wherever you want. After this, we can bring it back to the normal view. Field and area section stacked. Okay. Now, in South region, electrical vehicle, the conversion cost is 47,200. Let me check that. Let me go to that original sheet, exercise number 11. Any idea how can I apply a filter for a table? How do we apply the filter? I want to filter only the South region, I want to filter only the electrical. Go to data, under data, filter, or use the shortcut key Control Shift L. Control Shift L is the shortcut key for applying filter. Either go to data and click on filter, or you can use the shortcut key Control Shift L. There is one more feature called as slicer. I will explain this after this over. I will explain this. Control Shift L. Place the cursor on the table, press Control Shift L. Let me filter some region. For example, I'll go to the filter icon and I select only the South region. I'm selecting only the South region. Okay. And vehicles, I'll go to the vehicle filter. select all, and I select only the electric. Okay. So we have filtered the south region, we have filtered the vehicle. Now let me check that conversion cost. Select that conversion cost. What is the total for that conversion cost is 47,200. Correct. Perfectly, it's matching. But assume that I am going to change it. Suppose one value was changed. Instead of 2,300, assume I'm changing into 2,500. Now it has changed, and let me check what is the total. The total is 47,400. But when I go to the pivot table and I check whether it has changed here, unfortunately it has not changed. So this is the challenge in pivot table. When you change it in your master data, your pivot table will not get changed. So what has to be done? Refresh. Right click on the pivot. Refresh. Right click on the pivot table, go for refresh, or use the shortcut key Alt F5. Alt F5. I think this you should be doing it more frequently. Whenever the data is updated, whenever the data is changed, you have to refresh your pivot table. So right click and refresh, Alt F5 and refresh, and I check. Right click, refresh. Yes. Now you can see the value has got changed. Okay. Right. So we have modified the data and we have seen how to update it on your pivot. I want to clear the filter. Clear the original table. I came to the original table. I want to clear the filter. How can I clear? There are two methods. Removing the filter, clearing the filter. Removing the filter means the filter will get removed. Clearing the filter means the filter will be there, but data, all the data will get displayed. So for that we have two shortcut keys. One is to filter. The shortcut key is Alt AC. To remove the filter. What is the shortcut key for applying the filter? I think just now we have seen the shortcut key for applying the filter. Control Shift L. Same Control Shift L for removing the filter also. So Control Shift L is the shortcut key for applying. Control Shift L is the shortcut key for removing the filter. But clearing the filter is Alt AC. So let me try both. Alt AC. You can see filter is there, but data is clear. Control Shift L. Filter is also removed. The last powerful feature. Any idea? What will happen if I add a new data at the last? Assume I am going to add a new data called as central. I will add a new data at the last. And I will go to the pivot table and refresh it. Will it get updated? No. No. So if I add the data and I go to the pivot table and refresh it, it will not get updated. Correct. Perfect. What you said is right. How can I update it? Whenever, because every day your data will get updated. Frequently, every day, every month, your data will get updated. So whenever a new data is updated, I want my pivot table to be updated. Now, I want my pivot table should get updated. I want the filter to be applied. Normally, when I scroll down, you will not see the heading of the table. Any idea how can I see the, when I scroll down, how do we see the heading? I am not able to see the heading here. When I scroll down, I am not able to see the heading. What we do normally for seeing the heading, any idea? People use a feature called as freeze. No need to freeze. No need to filter. No need to freeze. No need to update. No need to format. No need to create a formula. No need to find the grand total. No need to find the subtotal. No need to copy your formulas. So many advantages are available just by doing one thing. I think this feature, at least I have to spend 1 hour to teach the feature, but time is very short. That's why I'm just giving a reference about the feature. What you are going, not only this table, from today, from now, whatever the table you create, convert the table into official Excel dynamic table. Convert your table into an official Excel dynamic table. How can I convert the table into an official Excel dynamic table? Is by using a shortcut key, Control T. Normally Excel will not give you shortcut key, which is an important feature. But for this feature, they have given 2 shortcut keys. That means it's a very, very, very important feature. Control T and Control L. Place the cursor on your table or select the table and use the shortcut key Control T or Control L. Control T or Control L. Okay. Yes. If I say okay, this table was converted into a dynamic table. What is the purpose and what is the advantage of this dynamic table? First advantage, you can see the filter is automatically applied. Second advantage, the color and formatting is automatically applied. Third advantage, place the cursor on the table and scroll down. Just watch here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H is your Excel heading. When I scroll down, the heading is getting freezed. My heading has become your Excel heading. And the filter is also freezed. Filter is also traveling along with your table. Auto filter, auto format, auto freeze, auto filter. Further more advanced. Still there are more advanced. Control L. Place the cursor on the table. Okay. Auto filter, auto freeze, auto format, auto filter freeze. Now assume this report. I am going to present this report in a meeting like this, webinar, seminar. I want to present the report. And one of my head is asking, show me the report for South region. Show me the report for North region. Place the cursor on the table. Go to the table design. Go to the table design. Under the table design, insert slicer. Table design, insert slicer. Click on insert slicer. For what you want the slicer? Sales region. I select that sales region. I selected the sales region and I say OK. Place the cursor on the table. Go to the table design. Insert slicer. Sales region. A slicer is inserted. Move the slicer outside the table. Now what is the advantage and what is the purpose is? When I click on south, you can see only the south region is getting filtered. When I click on north, north region is getting filtered. When I click on east, east region is getting filtered. West, west region is getting filtered. Clear slicer. Can you tell me how can I select two regions at a time? I want to select the south as well as north. Normally, how do we do it? Control key. But here we have a button called as multi-select, where we can select the south as well as we can select the north. No need for holding the control key. Okay. Place the cursor on the table. Let me create one more slicer. Table design. Insert slicer. Suppose I select vehicles. Or you can select the commodity group or part number, anything. Let me select vehicle. Okay. So there is a slicer for vehicles. Suppose I click on south. South is getting filtered. And click on electrical. Electrical is getting filtered here. So very easily, very simply you can present your data. Hybrid means hybrid is getting filtered. Industrial is getting filtered. So simply, easily you can present your data by using slicer. Actually using the slicer only we have to make a dashboard today. But time is not sufficient. That's why we did. Slicer is specifically used for creating a dashboard. Just give an introduction of slicer. Slicer is another. Most of the report will have slices. Most of the, all the reports. And suppose I want a grand total. For this margin, I want a grand total at the last. No need to write any formulas. Don't write any formulas. Place the cursor on the table. Table design. Place the cursor on the table. Table design. There is a checkbox called as total row. Or you can use the shortcut key Control Shift T. So go to the table design and select the total row, method 1. Or use the shortcut key Control Shift T. So when I press Control Shift T, it automatically finds me the grand total on the bottom. But you can ask me what is the purpose of this. I can use the sum function, I can find the grand total. The purpose or advantages. I'll go to the slicer. I select the south region. You can see it will show you only the total for south region. It shows only the total for south region. If I select the north region, it shows only the total for north region. Similarly, I select electric, so it shows the total for electric. Whatever you filter, it shows only the total for it. Very simply, you can click and you can apply the filters and you can see the total. Can I get the total? Not for the margin. Can I get the total for net sales? Can I get the total for overhead? Can I get the total for conversion cost? Can I change it to average? Everything can be done. Just click here. There is a small drop down appearing. Click on the drop down and change it to any formula. Suppose I want a sum. Overhead cost, I want the average. Conversion cost, I want the sum. So no need to write any formulas, just you can click and you can select and you can see the formulas is changing accordingly. So this is the advantage or power of using this dynamic table. Auto filter, auto freeze, auto format, auto update, auto grand total, auto subtotal, automatically changing the formulas, automatically filtering it using the slicer. Copying the formula is also very easy, and Power BI, Power Query, everything is based on this dynamic table. Everything is based on the dynamic table. From today, not even from today, from now, I recommend all your table should be a dynamic table. Convert all your table into a dynamic table from today. But I told you how to convert it as a dynamic table. Can I convert it back to a normal table? Yes. I don't like this. Actually, dynamic table has more advantage. I recommend it. But if you don't want it, I want to convert it back to a normal table. Right click on this table. Table. Convert to range. Right click on the table. Convert to range. One method. Second method. Design. Table design. Convert to range. So right click on the table. Table convert to range. That's a method number 1. Method number 2. Table design convert to range. Both are same. Both are same. It will ask you for the confirmation. Do you want to convert the table into a normal table? Right click. But remember, nothing will happen to your data. Nothing will happen to the color and formatting. Filtering, freezing, updation, everything will go off. Table, convert to range. It's asking, do you want to convert the table into a normal table? Yes. Now this table has been converted into normal table. You can see there is no table design, no filtering, no freezing, no slicer. It becomes a normal, simple, normal table. How can I convert it back to dynamic table again? Control T or Control L. If you don't remember the shortcut key, another method is insert table. Second method. Third method, home tab, format as a table. Home tab and format as a table. 4 methods. Control T, Control L, insert table, format as a table. One more method is also there. So they are given so many methods because it's a very important feature. Control Q, table, table. Another method. So many methods are available to make your table as a dynamic table. Doubts, queries. To be open, this is not my normal pace, will not go this much faster. Normally Excel training will do it at least minimum for 2 to 3 days minimum. So one day we have covered as much as possible with your cooperation. We didn't cover all the terms. Anyway, day by day, after you are going to work or not, you are going to work with Excel. Day by day, you are practice, and practice. Come with more doubts, questions, and queries. Seems that Handling the sessions in colleges are many things. Forgetting after the session is over, they call me after they went to the job, we forgot all the concept, we are not able to use the concept, we need practice it. Please practice it, don't leave it here. As I indicated in the morning session itself, the training is not completed today, training has started today. This one whole day I showed you what are all the options available. Simple option. Can you tell me out of 12,000 features, how many features we have learned today? 100? 200? Not more than 100. Maybe we would have learned only 50 features approximately. So, say 12,000 features, we have learned only 50. So many are there in Microsoft Excel. You have to practice, practice, practice. Now, I open with you all. We didn't complete all the tasks. Pivot is another very vast concept. Yearly, monthly, weekly report, aging analysis, dashboard, grouping, slicers, timelines. So many are there in Pivot. We didn't cover all the concepts. Because time may not be sufficient to cover all the concepts. So, if you have any common question, doubts, queries to be clarified, ready to clarify. After this, you have to take up the post test. Your post test after this. So any doubts you can ask me now itself. So I think they will give you some post test. I don't know when I don't know. Have any questions, doubts, queries? Yes. No doubts. So I'll wait. No problem. I'll wait for another 2 or 3 minutes. I'm stopping there.